everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mallory Mayer and I am an American military spouse living in Germany. My channel is all about what it's like to live with the military overseas. So if you're new here, welcome. I invite you to hit the red subscribe button so you don't miss any of these really exciting episodes on this topic. Maybe you're watching because you're a military spouse and you're getting ready to move overseas, or it's a possibility that you might move overseas. Maybe you used to live overseas and you're kind of watching this to relive those days, or maybe you're not associated with the military at all and you just want to know what is it like to live in Germany as an American. So thank you for stopping by. This is part 2 of our actual PCS journey to Germany. I had a lot of footage and I couldn't put it all in one video because that would just be too long. And so this is part 2, and it will chronicle from the day I actually leave Fort Bragg, which was our former duty station, until I get to Germany. All right, well, without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, it's almost showtime. Here are my bags. You're authorized 2 checked bags, up to 70 pounds each. You can have up to 2 additional bags for an extra fee. And I think anything over 50 pounds is considered overweight. This one is 85 pounds. I'll pay whatever I need to pay to get on the flight, and then this is my second extra check bag. Military will reimburse, so it's not a big deal. I just hope there's nothing I can do at this point unless I'm going to go through that again and try to take out stuff that I can mail.
Unless they have a box that they can give it to you.
Well, I already have a second box, unless I put that box inside another box. I should have been more strategic and taken out more heavy stuff and put it in the box. But whatever, the box is all taped up now. I'm not undoing it. Oh my goodness. I hope this goes okay. And when I get to the airport, I'm not going to have help. I'm going to be by myself.
You want to bring this out?
I feel like I'm going to college. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Where are you going to put your suitcases?
No idea. I mean, if I have to, I can break. Oh, crap. There's ones in the back.
Huh?
No? Shoot. Okay, I'm gonna have to take this apart. There's no, I have to. Oh my gosh. Try to put it on its side.
You got anything else to go in here?
No, not here. Ready to go to Germany? It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You have no idea. Thump, thump. I just knew I want to go in the car. Oh, you heard the word car. Hold on. I'm sitting. It's all cleared out.
Alright, you be good, okay? One last kiss. Okay. You be good. Okay.
I can barely get up into this thing. It's so
Yeah,
tall.
no.
Oh, I can't see out the back hardly with that crate.
I know.
A lot of time. So even if you don't get to spend that much time with Margaret,
Yeah,
you know,
I text her. I said if we need to, we'll just hang out at the airport. You can bring me food, you know.
yeah.
So stop. Okay.
Crying because she doesn't want to see me go.
I know. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, wait a minute. I wanted to get a picture of you.
Oh yes, sitting. Okay, I just wanted to jump in here real quick because I had filmed a portion of this video while sitting in the airport, Terminal E at the BWI airport. I was talking about all these different tips that I wanted to share with you guys, but it just wasn't, there was a lot of background noise and music, and I'm just going to jump in here now and let you know what those are. So I had gotten to the airport, to the BWI airport, a little later than I had planned. I was going to meet my friend Margaret at a restaurant before going to the airport. On my way driving from Fort Bragg, North Carolina to BWI, which should have been about 6 hours without traffic, I got a call from my friend saying, your mom, or she said a little birdie, contacted me saying that you're probably going to have a lot of trouble getting all your stuff into the airport because I had so many bags, so many heavy, and Zoe and the big dog crate, and my mom was just very worried about me. And so because I didn't want to impose on my friend and ask her to come help me, my mom did it, and I really am grateful that she did. And of course my friend was more than happy to come out and help. Actually, both she and her husband came to the airport along with their little daughter, who I had not met yet, so it was really great to be able to meet her. I ended up standing in line for 2 hours. I had this grand plan of getting to the airport 6 hours before the flight, because that is the soonest that you can check into your flight, is 6 hours ahead. So I thought, all right, my flight is leaving at 2 a.m. I'll get to the airport, I'll get checked in at 8 p.m., right? Well, when I walked in to the Terminal E for the AMC counter, which is the Air Mobility Command, there was a really long line of soldiers and families already waiting. So let me tell you a little bit about the process of actually checking in. If you're going as a family, which many of you will be, they will put you in a special line, the family line, and it's people who have kids and pets. And so even if you don't have kids and you have a pet, you'll get put in that line. And the really great thing also, when I walked into the terminal, the USO, the wonderful USO, was there. And so they came over with this big cart, and I was able to put Zoe's crate on it and some of my luggage, and it just made it a little easier. Something very, very important is to do not lose your ticket. Obviously you need that for getting onto the plane, but don't lose it after that. That's the only way that you can claim those costs and get reimbursed from the military. So you need to present that when you go to finance and you do all your reimbursements. They want to see that ticket for any baggage overage that you have. Take a picture of it. That's what the lady at the counter recommended I do, just in case you do not want to lose that, because if you do, you can't get reimbursed. For dogs, they base the price on weight. So they'll ask to weigh both the dog inside the crates. And Zoe cost $250. At the time, she was like a little over 75 pounds. So that's what you're looking at if you have a big dog. The Army, unfortunately, does not reimburse you for pets. Also, something to note is that any bags that are over 70 pounds are counted as 2 pieces of luggage. So my bag that was 93 pounds was definitely counted as 2. They will also weigh your carry-ons. They will also ask you your weight. So kind of have a good idea of how much you weigh. I think they're just trying to gather how much everything is going to weigh so that the plane doesn't weigh too much, because I'm pretty sure that almost everyone on that flight was bringing oversized baggage. So about Patriot Express, I flew Patriot Express, and I believe, I don't know if it's policy, but the standard procedure is that if you're PCSing to Germany, you're supposed to fly Patriot Express, which is operated by AMC, Air Mobility Command, operated by the military base, by the Air Force, unless you get a waiver. So for example, my husband flew commercial to Germany when he came here in September because his orders were cut so close to when he actually left. They didn't have time to get him on a Patriot Express flight. They fly out of BWI in Baltimore, Maryland, and when you go to the terminal, you're gonna go all the way down. You're gonna go, it's the very, very last terminal in the international area. If you have a pet, they will probably take your pet back into cargo about 2 hours before the flight. My flight left at 2 a.m. and they took Zoe back at midnight. Make sure that before you send your pet back into cargo that you take them to the pet relief area. And if you're in Terminal E, where the Patriot Express is, you're just gonna go down to 1, take the elevator in the big red columns, take the elevator down to 1, go left, and you'll be walking toward the light rail station, okay? Keep walking towards the light rail station, you'll go outside, and then you'll go to the right of where the tracks are. And then to the right of there, kind of past the building, is the pet relief area. So that was really great. I made sure Zoe went to the bathroom before I sent her back. It was a little nerve-wracking sending Zoe into cargo, but I tried not to really show it because I know dogs can pick up on that, and I wanted her to remain calm. She was pretty calm up until then anyway. I made sure to put a piece of my clothing that I had worn and put it into her crate so she had something of me to smell. I also got the Adaptil spray, which you can find at any pet store, pretty much, any big chain pet store. And it's a synthetic pheromone that helps calm dogs down. It's highly discouraged to give your dog a sedative, and I assume a cat as well, before putting them on a flight. Unless it's specifically directed by your vet, I would not do that. I would not go that route. So overall, she was fairly calm. She seemed a little worried. When I took her back, we all got in a line, and then they take each person back individually, and you go behind this door, and you bring the dog in there. They take the crate off of maybe they leave it on the, they leave it on the cart. They leave the dog on the cart so they can wheel them. I asked, is it necessary for me to zip tie her door? And they said, well, no, you don't have to. Although we have had some dogs that escaped, and we had to chase them down the runway. So of course I'm having these horrible visions of Zoe escaping and being chased down the runway. So I zip tied her crate closed in the 4 different places, just in case. And if they needed to get her out of the crate for some reason, they just cut them. I was also told by somebody else who was sending a dog back, who had gotten some information, that they keep the dogs in a climate controlled van until they put them into the cargo. This was December, and so it was pretty cold, and you wouldn't want them out in the cold for very long. So that was nice knowing that they were going to be in a climate controlled van until they were put up into cargo. And then cargo on the Patriot Express is also climate controlled. The final thing that gave me peace of mind about Zoe is when I got onto the plane, one of the stewards came with a little piece of paper saying, your dog Zoe has been safely put into cargo. And so that was really great. I didn't have to worry about her being left behind or what have you. So be assured that they really do take really great care of your animals. So Zoe had to go back at midnight, and then I had to be at the gate by 1 a.m. So as soon as I sent her back, I went through security. It was, middle of the night, and so the only people going into security were the people on my flight. So it was really quick getting past security, and then we started boarding, I think, a little after 1 a.m. The flight was uneventful. I actually slept for most of it. I slept for about 5 hours. and the flight was a little over 7. I made sure to wear compression stockings, the same ones that I wore for my nursing clinicals, and they also served 2 meals on board as well. I didn't request a gluten-free meal for myself, but you probably can do that. I had bought yogurt before getting on the plane, and I just ate that for my breakfast. So there's nothing fancy about Patriot Express, but we got there safely, and that's all that matters.
Oh, we made it to Germany, huh, Zoe? We made it! And you're in one piece. You didn't escape.
Made it to Germany, and the elevators aren't working. So Mark is having to go get the car and bring it down here. But we made it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. It's cold, but it's not too bad. I feel like a hot mess. Got all my bags, everything arrived. Here we are, we're leaving Ramstein to go down to Wiesbaden.
Yay!
There's my husband. Yay! It's really
Yay.
dark, I can't. There he is.
Yay, look, Christmas lights.
Oh look! It's raining, it's kind of flurrying.
Well, that concludes this video, or concludes our PCS journey to Germany, and I'm really excited about sharing more with you guys about what it's like living here. Living in Germany is not just beer fests and wearing dirndls. it is much more than that, and I want to really help you guys who are potentially coming here or maybe just got here, because it can be really hard to integrate. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.